Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the LFGY YieldMax Fund review channel. My name is Brian, and today's video we're going to review the recent performance of the fund. We'll review the transactions for the day and briefly the current holdings and if there's been any major changes. I wanted to bring to your attention that the dividend has been released. If you don't already know, as of yesterday, the announcement, it was 74 cents, almost 75 cents for the distribution, and that is going to be weekly. If anybody from YieldMax watches this video, the percentage distribution rate on this page is not correct. That distribution rate of 17.97 is if they were doing monthly distributions, but you have to multiply it by the 52 weeks of the year, and you would get 72%. So the distribution rate for LFGY is 72% right now, which is awesome. I'm so excited for that. It's a little bit lower than what I expected, but reasonable to maintain the net asset value. Another cool thing about the fund is that it is growing. You guys are purchasing the fund. The net assets is $16.22 million. So obviously it's grown from just $5 million last week. It's tripled in size. I think this is going to be a top performer for the YieldMax portfolio, and I'm excited to be covering this fund. When we look at the performance of the fund, again, today is ex-dividend date, so you'll notice the pre-market change of $1.41. Some of that is going to reflect the 74-cent dividend that is being paid out. Unfortunately, Bitcoin right now is down 2,000, down to around 101,617. So unfortunately, as you can see, Bitcoin is pulling down some of these investments since they are highly correlated. But this is pre-market and there is time, so we'll see what the market does today. Nobody knows. But I wanted to make you aware of the fluctuations in the fund. We are still positive from the launch date of $50. So that is exciting, even with our first distribution. So we will continue to follow the progress there. Next, I want to look at the transactions for the day. The ones up here in the top, again, are just the purchases of the stock, the individual underlying stock holdings. They still are purchasing them, and these are because of the increase in the funds that are coming in. They're putting them to work right away and buying the individual holdings. Down below, you can see that they are still selling the covered calls for all these same positions that we discussed yesterday. So they're, buying the credit call spread for coin. At the bottom, it says that they bought a put for $44 and sold a put for $44, but I don't believe that that is accurate because when I look at the holdings, that is not reflected. So I think, again, that is a mistake on the record-keeping side. But all the funds are still the same. They're just opening up more positions as far as sales of the covered calls. If we look at the actual holdings again, they are the same that we discussed the other day. I wanted to bring to your attention the IBIT. The IBIT does not have that buy put 44. It just has the, not the sell put 44, just the buy 44. So anyways, but again, like I mentioned yesterday, some of these positions still do have two covered calls. So Applied Digital has one for 9 and 10.50, BitDeer 20 and 24.50. Canaan just has the one at 2.50. Cypher has 6.50, but two different expiration dates, January 31st and February 21st. CleanSpark has 12 and 12.50. Coinbase has multiple 290 and 330 covered calls. And then they have the credit call spread for 370 and 390. Core Scientific just has the one at 16. Hive Digital has theirs at $3 and $3.50. Robinhood has their new one at $53. Remember, yesterday they bought to close the previous position. Hut 8 has theirs at $25.50 and $28.50. iShares Bitcoin Trust again has theirs at 55 and 64, and the put at 44. They have the covered call at 55, and the price right now is 59.38. So they are likely going to have to roll that position depending on if Bitcoin comes back a little bit or not. Today being a down day might be a good day to do that, but I'm not a YieldMax employee, so we'll see what they do. Marathon Holdings has two of them, one at 20, one at 22. Mercado Libre has two at 1900 and 1950. MicroStrategy has theirs at 450 and 500. So that is a double situation as well. NU Holdings has theirs at $11.50 and $12. NVIDIA is at $138 and $145, as well as $152.50. Those are new positions there. So the 138 is probably going to have to be rolled in the near future since NVIDIA is currently at 147. Opera has theirs at 20. Riot Platforms has theirs at 13, 15, and 14.50. So they have three of them. And then lastly, Block has theirs at 83. Also 92. So they have two as well. So we'll see what they do. They might make some transactions today. YieldMax likes to make those moves before the end of the week. But none of these have to be moved anytime soon because they're not expiring. Those have all been taken care of. So again, today we are looking at a potentially negative day. The ex-dividend has been completed today. So if you buy the stock today, you will not receive the dividend tomorrow. You had to own it yesterday coming into today. But that's our review for today. Again, if you could always please like and subscribe to the channel so you're notified for future videos. And leave a comment below of anything I can do better. Lastly, I wanted to say that today YieldMax is coming out with a new fund. It is the GPTY AI and Tech Portfolio Option Income ETF, GPTY. I've had some requests to cover this fund, so I'll probably make a brief video of that later today to have a summary. If you like that, please comment below and let me know. If you don't want that, comment below and tell me why. I would appreciate it. All right, guys, until next time, let's freaking go.